what is it? The girls don't seem to have the same logic as men. Now, we're very simple creatures, there's no denying that. But when you're gonna do, I don't know, a job, you look at it and go, okay, this is the best way to do it. And I'm just trying to think of an example. Getting halfway through something, I can't think of an example, getting halfway through something and then stopping because you didn't get a brush. And we're doing some decorating at the moment, so it's kind of relevant. My wife's helping, and in fact she's very good, but she does have this habit of perhaps using 2 or 3 different paintbrushes to do whatever it is she was doing, which is fine, but then she'll leave them and they dry hard, and then she thinks soaking them will save them. Well, because of this crappy latex paint we use here in America, it's not always easy. You got to clean the brushes out as soon as you finish with them. And I tried to impress that upon her, but it doesn't seem to work. What other examples can I give you? Well, when you're finished in a room, turn the fucking light off. That one drives me nuts. Especially when she says, oh, electricity's high this month. Well, yeah, turn the fucking lights off. Well, why didn't you turn the light off, darling? I'm going back in there. Well, yes, so when? 3 hours later? It's silly. She'll wash one item in the washing machine. One item. No, I'm not talking about, the delicate knickers and shit like that. I'm talking, I don't know, it could be a tea towel. It could be something that can be thrown in with everything else. I have my garage clothes, which I wear all the time pretty much. And then I'll have my evening t-shirt that I dress up in. And I'll chuck that in my garage clothes. It comes out clean, doesn't matter. It's just t-shirts. Towels, I'll chuck all them in as well. It doesn't matter. And to me, that's logical. I'm saving money because I'm doing one load as opposed to 5 silly little loads. Give me a second. I will think of some more and come back in the next section. Well, hello again. Time for more fucking moaning. And the only reason I'm recording this right now before I send it out is, whilst I remember, do not, in my opinion, ever use Verizon. Not only are they very expensive, but I have just switched and I went over to Mint because it's a lot cheaper. And I've been trying to pay my bill for approximately a week. And I get onto their website and it asks me various information, and the one thing it didn't like, for whatever reason, was my zip code. I don't know why, it's the one I took off of the bill, but it didn't like it. And then it asked me, I'll log on. I had an account, so I'll log on. And it asked me a question about, I think it was my first concert that I went to. Shit, I couldn't remember what I put in. But it didn't give me any other options. So, all right, fine. I looked at the bill that I'd received. I'll call them up. There's a number. So I call up, and I end up, of course, talking to a fucking computer. Well, sorry, computers are good, but the idiot that set this up is a moron. It asked me so many different questions, and it didn't like the answers I gave. And then, all of a sudden, it wanted to know the account number. So you start punching it in, and it's a 15-digit number. I think it was 15, whatever. So you're banging away, and you have to look, of course, because you don't memorize it all. This number. I'm sorry, I didn't get that, and you haven't even finished putting the fucking number in. All right, so, and it cut me off. I didn't say anything. I just said, no, thank you, goodbye, done. All right, hang on, Gary, let's go again. So I go through the whole thing again. It wants my social security number. I figure, fuck it, I know that. Let's just get it done and I can bang it in quick because it's in my head. I type in my social security number. Well, we don't recognize that. Wants your phone number. So I type in my phone number. It says, no, we haven't got that phone number. Well, of course you don't. I've switched. It's a disconnected account, but you still can't find me. I find another number, and I can't even remember what options I picked now. I think I lied about, whether I was a new customer, an old customer, whatever. Anyway, I got through to a human being, probably in Korea or Taiwan or wherever, because there was a very strong foreign accent, and that's fine as long as they can understand you. And this particular young lady, at least I assume it was a lady, you never know, was helpful. So she says, okay, you want to pay your bill? Yeah. All right, great. We've got this account number, it's linked to your bank. We're going to use that. I said, no, I don't want to do that. I want to put it on my credit card. Oh, well, hang on a minute. Then we need to get another security something on the line and blah, blah, blah. Whoa, no. I just want to pay the fucking bill and get the hell away from you people. Okay, well, there's going to be a $10 consultant fee for using this agent. I said, just fucking do it. Just fucking do it, will you? I am so mad. Just fucking do it. Let me get away from you people. There. Wasn't that a bit of a rant? So don't use Verizon. Let's move on to something else I've got on my list here. And this is, the list is going to build. This is just a pre-recording, shall we say, of other shit that I'm bound to come up with. Student loan forgiveness by Mr. Bydum. Okay, so now I, as the taxpayer, sort of indirectly, as you can say, I'm going to pay off student loans. I'm going to pay off a loan for someone that committed to an education that they probably really didn't need or do. But anyway, they said they would pay their loan, and now they're not going to, and I'm going to have to pay it for them. So when's he going to pay off my fucking credit cards? I committed the payments, I spent the money. So, hey, come on, pay my fucking one. Oh, it's just not right. I'm sorry, you should not forgive debt like that. I have had debt, and I have paid my debts. I have spent the money or, excuse me, got the product, whatever it is, and that product can be education, that product can be a part for my car. I wanted it, I got myself into debt to get it, and then I pay for my debt. What about all those other students that have worked hard and paid off their loans by flipping burgers or whatever they did? Great, good for them, well done, but they get nothing. This is just a vote-catching trick. And if you're that stupid and you vote for him, well, you got what you deserve. Okay, that's it for the moment. There will be more. Have no fear. Okay, this is kind of a double, excuse me one second, bit of a sore throat. A double moan on, I would say the UK customs, but it's probably others as well, but I'm going to pick on the UK because, because I'm from the UK and I think they're fucking greedy. And it's not the customs people, it's the laws or the rules that the Parliament and the government have installed, shall we say. They have so many agents stopping people coming to the country with, let's say, suitcases full of cigarettes. Why do these people come in with these cigarettes in such vast quantities? Because in England, the tax on cigarettes is so ridiculously high that it's worth the risk. I think the three things that England always put up whenever there's what they call a budget is alcohol, cigarettes, and petrol. Those are the three things they hit every time, which is why the petrol in England is probably one of the most expensive. I'm not saying it is, but it's bloody close, I'm sure. Alcohol is expensive, and cigarettes are bloody ridiculous, which is why people try and smuggle it in. And also, I want to talk drugs. Okay, you know, smuggling in drugs, cocaine, heroin, hash, whatever. Why not just make it fucking legal? Stop wasting money on trying to stop people bringing it in. If somebody wants to snort cocaine, inject themselves with heroin, smoke dope, fucking let them. It doesn't matter. It's their body. Let them kill themselves. Legalize it, then you can tax it. The same as prostitution. Legalize it, make it government run, if you like, or, you know, they must be checked. The girls, guys must be checked every week. And, you know, they have to pay a fee for that. And they also have to register and pay taxes on it. Then you wipe out a lot of the crime that is there that the government police spend millions on trying to stop. You're trying to tell people what they can and cannot do with their bodies. That's their choice. Not mine. It doesn't affect me. Somebody wants to do that to themselves, great, go ahead. When you make it illegal, then they do bad things so that they can get the stuff they want. In the past, yes, I had used certain drugs. I didn't kill myself. I didn't cause anybody harm. But that was a long, long time ago. But it was my choice. The governments waste so much money on trying to control when they don't need to. All they need to do is say, okay, this is going to be monitored, run by the government now. And rather than waste all that money trying to stop people getting the stuff and doing what they want with their body, if it's, you know, sex or drugs, doesn't matter, their choice. Then if you make it legal, then they have to pay tax. And that will save the government money because they don't have to pay all these other people to prevent people doing what they want to do. It seems simple to me. Maybe I'm missing something in this, I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. The world ain't going to change, is it? Just because of my opinion. Here I go again. Now, I wasn't going to start doing this, but it's things these days are becoming more and more frustrating, and it amazes me how stupid, sorry America, stupid a lot of Americans can be. And I don't give a damn about political parties, as I've mentioned many times. But currently we are in high inflation, worst in 40 years. We have higher gas prices and short supply of products. It's not just a worldwide thing. It's driven by this nation and by our current government, who have no fucking clue what they're doing. I buy, I buy and sell stuff on eBay. No, I'm not high end. Now they're going to start taxing us on it. Well, we have to pay tax on it anyway. But now, if you, I think it's above $600. If you sell anything above $600, they're going to inform the IRS. I mean, they don't want to. They're told they will have to inform the IRS, and that's the law. And Mr. Biden has put in 85,000 IRS agents to get a little guy like me, for argument's sake. I have bought an item for whatever price, and I decide I want to sell it. And let's say it's more than $600. The IRS are going to know about it. I've already paid tax on the dollars I used to buy that item. Why should I now have to pay tax again? Come on. You're being ridiculous. But of course, they're the government, so what the hell can you do about it? Unless there's a revolution and we start assassinating people, which, whilst it might be fun, it's not the way to go. However, let's move on to just the two other items I want to cover before I move on to other things which will be added in this video later. There are two drugstores, local drugstores to me. One's called Walgreens, one's called CVS. If you go into CVS to buy stuff, whenever you get to the counter, they make you go to the self-checkout. I personally don't like that. I want to have an interaction with a person. It's something that's enjoyable. Bit of banter, bit of chat. How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Great. But they make you go to these self-checkouts. Well, if I'm in there, and sometimes I'll be buying alcohol in there, which means they then have to come over to the self-checkout to prove that I'm 18 or 21, whatever the fucking stupid rule is here. So what's the point? Anyway, so I don't like them for that. I just went to Walgreens, and as it happens, I picked up a box of wine because I need some, want some, fancy some. And I get up to pay. Well, of course, the machine is not the normal one where you shove it in up its ass this way. You have to shove it in down this way, and it's at a different angle, and you have to make sure, blah, 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 blah. Then, once you start the transaction, it asks you what language you want to do it in. Why? Why are you asking me what language? This is America. There are two choices as far as I'm concerned, English or American. That's all. The rest of it doesn't matter. And I think there were like 3 options on this. One of them was English, fortunately. I don't know what the others were. Probably Spanish and French or German, I don't know. But it's ridiculous. You should not have to specify the language of the country you are in. Wake up, America, you bunch of fucking pussies. Oh, next thing. The next one. Oh, and it's an old thing that I've stamped up and down about before. We all, well, not we all, me and people of my age and era grew up with the Munsters and the Addams family. And it was great. And, Herman Munster and Thing, Morticia, Pugsley, Wednesday, and it was great. It was fun. You enjoyed it, you watched it, and there was no, there was just nothing, well, I can't even think of the word. There was nothing political about it. Let's use that word. So, I'm watching it the other day with my wife, and it's great. I mean, it's Wednesday. It's the new thing, and it's got Catherine Zeta-Jones in it, which to me is my heartthrob. And the Gomez, great. I mean, he was amazing. Wednesday, absolutely stunningly beautiful young lady. Well, I say young. Well, she's younger than me, but she's a woman. And we're watching it, and great. Oh, this is terrific. And there was a boy in it, and he was injured for whatever. And the fucking writers just couldn't resist. They had to bring in a gay couple. There was absolutely no need to do it. But they couldn't resist. They are so pathetic that they had to put in the two, they were lesbians, two mothers. And that's fine, terrific, great for you girls. But it didn't have to be brought into what was just a normal, humorous sitcom, serial, whatever you want to call it. But no, they had to put it in. They couldn't just let the series go without putting it in. I'm surprised they didn't turn around and insist that there was a black person, a Chinese person, a Mexican person. Well, I guess there was Gomez. He was Mexican. What is it with you people?
Have you no brains? Are you that singularly stupid that you always have to bring in this gay shit? We know it's there. It exists. It's accepted. Stop pushing it in our faces. We're sick of it. I'll leave that one there.